Christopher Bell said, I'm just a little bit too tight mid-corner. He said, make the adjustment very small, Kim.
We'll take a swing at the 9 car of Chase Elliott. He said it was way loose, bouncy, terrible ride. He was just hanging on, he said at the end. He said, I didn't notice it bounce yesterday at all. Not sure where that came from. Wasn't an air thing, had it from the green. Little slow on that. They did make a left rear adjustment on Chase Elliott.
Bell and Logano finish first and second. That's the way they come off of pit road. And we're looking forward to being embedded with that 22 team. That's Joey Logano. We'll be on the pit box with Paul Wolf, and we'll be hearing from Coleman Presley on the spotter stand.
Smile.
And go. True X is closer to you. Half back to True X, half back to True X, half back to True X, half back east by 2, half back in line, headlight up, in line, just going to be the 20. You're all clear at the bottom. All clear right here. All clear. All clear. 2 back, True X's box. 2 back, top is closer. 2 back to the top, 1 to both, 1 to the half to the top now. All clear up, all clear up, all clear up, all clear up. True X is not clear. 3/4 back, he is not clear. He is not clear. 1 back, he is not clear. 1 back and half higher, half to both, half to both. Bottom inside the 9, inside the 9 here.
That is a lot of communication going to a driver, and it's all behind him.
Well, that used to be Daytona 15 years ago, but it's now become everywhere, right, Jeff? I mean, with the restarts, double file restarts, that's just a required communications. Now we see 3 wide behind Logano. A great move by the 4 of Josh Berry.
All clear. Still clear. Still clear. Still pretty wide.
Look at this, 3 wide still.
Still pretty wide.
Berry making that high line work.
3 wide, clear. Okay, Briscoe's clear. Outside.
Mark Truex Jr. falls back behind him.
1 back. Still clear. Went high. 19 looking low. 19 on your inside. All clear. Briscoe up high. 1 up high.
Here comes Berry again.
Berry on your outside.
What a run we're seeing out of this Ford team. Josh Berry trying to take second.
1 outside.
Well, lots been made about Stuart Haas Racing shutting down, and we talked about, you mentioned, Rick, about Christopher Bell maybe letting it slip to Chase Briscoe.
All clear behind.
Either is the leading candidate or is going to the 19. I guess we'll find out in the future, but think about a driver like Josh Berry. You know, he's kind of out here auditioning, right? What can he do to prove that he should fill some of these seats that might become vacant at the end of the year?
What I like about what Josh Berry is doing, so many races here, we've watched that 4 car with Kevin Harvick driving it with that high exit. And it's worked for Kevin Harvick. And instead of Josh Berry resisting that, trying something different, it looks a lot like Kevin Harvick's driving that car.
That is a good point. Well, that's a good point, though, Jeff, because I mentioned Rodney Childers. Well, this is Josh Berry, it looks that way, doing his homework, saying, I'm going to try to drive this car the way the last guy did because he was very good at it.
Yeah, and he wants it, he needs it the way he needs it, but also, there's, you know, if you have a chance to learn from Kevin Harvick, you take advantage of that.
We'll see if Bell pulls away from Berry the way he did from Chase Elliott. Almost a second now, separating 1 and 2.
Top 10s in that 51 car and a 13th place finish, and now running inside the top 20. He was a bit loose to that first stage. They tightened him up. He said it's coming to us now in this second stage as he gets to the back of the 77 Carson Osler. But the rise of Wickler Racing and Justin Haley is something that's caught many people's eyes, and they continue this going forward.
And a little bit of a head scratch, we're seeing Brad Keselowski running in the 20th position. That's because statistically, New Hampshire is his best racetrack. He has 2 wins here, an average finish of a little bit over the 9th position, but Brad just has not had what he needs here today. The first one, he said, no matter what I do, I feel like I'm over driving it. After that last stop, we did get some changes. He said, you helped my center a lot, but Marty, he cannot do anything with it because the exit on that car is just so bad.
Eric Jones back in the 21st position, talking to Dave Ellens this morning. He said, honestly, Loudon's not been our best track. Short tracks in general have not been our best discipline so far this year. So we came with a couple of different things trying to improve, he said, but there's a couple of really good tracks coming up for us. Nashville next week, one where we think Eric will be very good. And of course, the regular season closes out, Rick, at Darlington. Eric Jones has always been good at that racetrack.
Oh, definitely. That is one of the tracks that they circle on the schedule every year.
We talk about, you know, moments in the race, first 70 laps, win green, not a lot of time to work on your race car. Now it's about who's made adjustments. John Hunter Nemechek currently 29th. Why does that matter? Well, he's in the free pass position. Rick sat down next to him at dinner, had a big conversation. I think that's actually where Rick started to lose his voice, was chatting up John Hunter Nemechek. Maybe I perhaps gave him whatever took my voice away last week, so we're trying to help Rick out a little bit here. But John Hunter in the free pass position, he was battling the 3 who's right behind John Hunter Nemechek. You know, Austin Dillon, we talk a lot about the 8, and we can talk about Kyle Busch, but to be direct, it really looks more like an RCR issue, right? Austin Dillon running 30th, Kyle Busch running 31st. So, you know, I think Kyle Busch can only do so much with the car he's driving. Austin Dillon, the same situation. They have to find a little bit more pace in those Chevrolets.
The gap between 1 and 2 still about 1.3 seconds. Christopher Bell coming in had only led 43 laps before today. He's over 60 now.
They pop up, they kind of pop up towards the racetrack. 151 is officially halfway. Once you get to halfway in the race, or stage 2 today would be halfway in the race. So, you know, I don't think that's changing their strategies, but I've learned in this TV booth there's just 36 crew chiefs. I can't keep up with all of them. So someone down there might have something going on where they think the radar might be changing how long they're going to run.
All right, Marty, let's learn a little bit more